welcome back to my channel. This is just a carry-on video from the one I did the other day, because there were just a few other things I just wanted to briefly talk about. This is my new stress ball. It's a sloth one, and it's soft. It's quite soft. I haven't yet tried it out in bed because I like to cuddle them, but I think it is quite soft. It's my new stress ball. I got it from New Look. Yeah, because I got some new socks recently, and I just saw it then. I was like, I just get it as well while I'm at it, because I like stress balls. So yeah, it's quite nice. It's nice to look at as well. Anyway, in this video, yeah, I just wanted to carry on from where I left off in last video. Thank you for your comments, which I will try and get back to and reply as soon as I can. So yeah, the other thing that I like to do, is to watch some fox videos. For those who know me well, you will know that I do really like foxes. They're really very, very cute, and I just really like them. And so I follow quite a few fox channels online, quite a few fox YouTube channels. For example, I follow there's a woman called Debs, Crazy Fox Lady, I think is her handle. And I've been following her channel for quite some time. She's UK based, she's based in the UK, and she feeds foxes. She feeds foxes every afternoon, 4 o'clock usually. 4 o'clock. She's usually very precise. So pretty much, yeah, every day at 4 o'clock, give or take, she releases a video of the foxes that come to visit her. So that's like a highlight of my afternoon. I always watch her videos. And there's several foxes that visit her regularly, and they all have names. Teeny is one of the ones that visits her. He's called Teeny. I think it's called Teeny because he was like a very small, when he first visited her, he was very, very small. He's not so small now, but he was small when he was a cub. So that's why he got called Teeny, even though he's not like that small now. He's a funny boy. He sometimes takes chicks from her hand. Like, she holds a chick out and he comes and takes it from her hand. He's very gentle. He just takes a chick from her hand because she gives him chicks. She began giving him chicks. I can't remember when, because she didn't used to give them chicks. She used to just give them chicken, but then she started to give them chicks. I'm not entirely sure where she gets the chicks from. I think they're left over from. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they're just leftovers, but I think they're chicks that people get to feed. I'm not actually entirely sure. They weren't. She didn't kill them herself or get them killed for her. They're like left, because some people were saying, oh, it's like cruel her feeding them all these chicks, but she said that they were already killed for something else. I can't remember what it was now, but yeah. So it's not like they've been killed for her. Like, they would have been killed anyway. I can't remember what it was for, but anyway. But yeah, she gives them chicks. And the foxes clearly prefer chicks to chicken. They've obviously become quite fussy now. She's begun to give them chicks. They seem to have become quite fussy. Like, they prefer the chicks to the chicken. I suppose if I was a fox, I wouldn't blame them, because I think if I was a fox, I probably would prefer eating chicks to chicken, because they probably are like tastier and more. They probably are tastier, yeah. Yeah. So there's Teeny. There's Jimmy. Also called Jim, or just Jim. He's a real gentleman fox. He really looks like a teddy bear. You could imagine him dressed up in tweed trousers and like a gentleman jacket and a deerstalker hat or something. He really looks like a gentleman. Like, yeah, you could so imagine him being dressed up like that, like a gentleman. And he looks like a teddy bear. And he always looks like he's got a smile on his face. I don't think he is always smiling. I think it's just the way his mouth looks, like, naturally. It's really cute, though. Yeah, and I think he's actually one of the more dominant foxes, although he doesn't express his dominance that explicitly. It seems to be quite kind of passive dominance. I've never really heard him really vocalise really, like when other fox, not like really loudly, but when other foxes try to like come near him, or like he does, like when he's eating, and I think Teeny sometimes tries to sniff his tail while he's eating. He kind of like makes a little kind of noise, but it's barely audible. He just has a sort of quiet dominance about him, but he's really, really cute. So he's Jim. There's also what the other ones? Okay, there's DJ. He's a newish one, and he often like he's known for sometimes wagging his tail and making quite high pitched noises like the other foxes, which is really hilarious. And again, there's a few other foxes as well that don't visit so regularly. There's one that's called some foxes that only visit her in the middle of the night because she leaves food for them as well in the middle of the night on a tray. And some other foxes only come for the tray, but they don't come for her to be. They don't come for the chicks and the chicken that she throws out to them in the late afternoon, early evenings. Some of the foxes just come in the night, and she gives them all names. So there's Betty, which is one of the newer foxes to visit. It's a really cute name for a fox, isn't it, Betty? April. What are the others? Can't remember. What's that other one called? Oh, it's gone from my head. Can't remember what the other one's called because of R. Oh well, it'll come back to my mind. But yeah, there are a few other foxes that no longer visit. There was one called JJ, who I really liked, but he stopped visiting. And he was always a bit of a character, and he always came in kind of like making high-pitched sounds. He slinked in really quickly, making high-pitched sounds, like he was chronically anxious that the other foxes were going to take his chicks. But he stopped visiting. And there was that really cute little girl fox called Biscuit, who became a bit of an internet sensation. Sadly, she had to be put down because she wasn't very well. I think she had like, can't remember what it was, lungworm or something. But she was very, very, very tame, maybe because she was unwell. That might have been part of the reason why she was tame. And Debs the women used to actually stroke her and brush her hair and stuff, brush her fur. Almost just like she was a cat or a dog. She was really, really tame, but like I said, because she wasn't very well, she had lungworm. It might explain part of the reason why she was so tame like that, because that's quite unusual. She was really, really cute though. And she got called Biscuit, but she had to be put down. A fox rescue organisation took her in and tried to, but they said that she couldn't be treated because it had gone too far, and that it was in her interest to put her down, which is obviously very sad for Debs. But Debs had her ashes, and and then Debs got really involved in the local fox charity that helped Biscuit, and now she sometimes releases videos where she goes to the sanctuary there to look at where she shows us the sanctuary foxes. There's one fox there called Fenton, who he can't be released into the wild because he was hand-reared by humans from when he was a cub. So he's never known a wild existence, and he's 100% tame. And he's hilarious. He's 5 years old now, and when Debs arrives, he wags his tail. His tail goes round and round and round frantically like a propeller, and he makes these really high-pitched sounds, like a ah, ah! Like, he gets really, really, really excited, and he climbs on Deb's shoulders and he tries to groom her hair, which is really cute and funny. And he rubs his face against her head. Yeah, really funny. So that's one channel that I've been following for quite some time. There's Save a Fox, which I used to follow, but sadly the person who ran Save a Fox, Michaela, tragically committed suicide last year, and it's not really the same without her anymore. It's still her She was actually autistic, interestingly enough, but she had like lots of mental health problems, and she ended up committing suicide. Tragically, she was very young. She left leaving behind her husband and young daughter. It's very sad. That's an American-based organisation which rescues foxes from fur farms. Her husband carries on running it, and I think they still release videos, but yeah, it's just not quite the same without Michaela, so I don't really watch that so much anymore. Another channel, Fox channels do I watch? But yeah, the other main channel that I watch, okay, there's a Russian one called URURU TV, which is there's a Russian woman called Victoria who has 3 foxes that she's rescued from fur farms, called Vasilisa, Alfie, and Foxy. She's rescued them from fur farms. I'm going to move over to video number 2 now, just to carry on, because I'm aware this video might cut me short. So I'm just going to move over to video number 2 just to carry on talking about the Fox channels I watch. So moving over to video number 2.